Last year, I ranked the Sailor Moon transformations, and after that, a lot of people suggested that I also rank their attacks. So that's what I'm gonna do today. Sort of. A couple of things first. I'm only going to be ranking the old school classic 90s attacks, just kind of because that's just how I wanted to do it this time around. Maybe I'll do a different video for the updated attacks some other time. Also, I'm not ranking every attack. Like, I know Sailor Moon Kick is classified as an attack, but that's just her kicking people, like just like a normal person kick, but she's also yelling while she does it. It's hilarious, but I'm not going to count that. I'm looking for the ones with the animations that get reused every episode. Also, some of them look too similar to really bother differentiating, like a bubble spray, and then there's also bubble spray freezing, which is basically the same thing, so I'll only really talk about one because bothering to talk about both versions would just be redundant and boring. Also, I'm ranking 26 of them. Why 26? Because I wanted to go with 25, because that was a nice rounded number, and then I miscounted and accidentally got an extra one. So here we go! I felt bad that the rest of my list doesn't have any Tuxedo Mask or Chibi Moon attacks, so I figured I'd throw this one in here. It's cute, it's fun, I like the background a lot, but like, the biggest issue I have with it is that I don't think it actually does anything. I think it just summons the Pegasus. There's not much else to say, quite honestly. I don't even know if this even really counts as an attack, but here we go. At least an honorable mention to round off the bottom of the list, right? Aw, poor Sailor Saturn. She ranked very low with my transformation list too. She always just seems to get shafted with these things. It's so short. She doesn't even get a pose in a cool way. We don't even see her spin completely in its full rotation. And it doesn't even do a cool thing. It's just a barrier spell in essence. The biggest compliment I can give this is at least its name sounds cool. Just like this one. Doesn't that just sound dope? The actual move though is so lame by comparison. Her whole gimmick is water stuff, a naturally reflective surface. So many cool and interesting possibilities, but no. Instead, she just holds up a regular old mirror instead. Her pose is too far away, there's nothing going on for most of the screen. It's just so disappointing. But unlike the other two we've seen before, at least this one is actually an attack. This one really tears me up because I'm really fond of it. It's iconic, it's classic, it's the first attack of the whole series. The problem, and it's a problem that tends to plague a lot of Usagi's moves, is that it's just so slow. Everyone makes the jokes that the bad guys could just attack while the girls are doing their transformations for forever. And like, I get it, but here, with how long she's just standing like this, yeah, that would be prime time to just whack her, huh? A lot of her attack is dedicated to her just getting the tiara ready to throw, rather than like actually using it. It's such a shame, but it's still iconic as hell though. I'll be 100% honest, the flashing just hurts my eyes. It goes by too quickly for me to really get a good look at what it is that's even being flashed on screen, and it makes my eyes hurt, and I don't like it. Which is a shame, because the animation of her flowing hair and collar is really nice, actually. This is also the first move to have a totally different soundtrack to accompany it too. It's just a shame that it hurts my eyes so much. Maybe if I was younger and didn't have the worst eyeballs ever, this would be different, but oh well. What a wacky title, huh? Starlight Honeymoon Therapy Kiss. Honeymoon therapy? And nothing in this attack looks like a kiss. Where are you pulling these words from? Just like Moon Tiara, it's a lot of build-up and Sailor Moon getting into position. She does so many spins just to end up shooting a laser at people. At least all of the feathers and stuff around her look really pretty. So it's still kind of dynamic, but it's still not great. So let's keep going. The water droplet in the beginning is so pretty. In fact, all of the sparkles and raindrops that flutter around Mercury look fantastic. Her spin is great, it's a visually beautiful attack. The thing keeping this at number 20 though is the fact that it is a lot of cool spins and stuff, just to end up basically just being Hydro Pump. The name Aqua Illusion made me think this would be some kind of like disguise-oriented attack, but no. God, it kills me. A space sword sounds so cool, and you see it in her hands and you think, oh wow, it's so awesome, and then it's basically just a laser gun, in essence. Similar to Neptune's mirror move from before, this one also has a lot of empty space on the sides of the screen. Today I learned just because swords are really cool, that doesn't mean every attack with them will be cool too. Poor Mercury can't catch a break. Bubble Spray is another classic, iconic attack. The rainbow background was always something I really appreciated. It sets the groundwork for the other moves to build off of and improve upon, which is great, but it does unfortunately mean that this one feels a little bit stilted, a little bit basic by comparison. Still love it though. Sailor Moons always have the craziest titles, my god. Animation-wise, this one is stunning. The sparkly feathers, her wand, the super stern expression she gets. Just like her other moves though, this one is painfully slow, and mostly a lot of posing before the attack. At least her posing is dynamic and fun to watch this time around, rather than just languid spinning from before. But again, it is just a laser beam. I don't know if you've caught on by now, but I like it when the attack is more than just a bright wall of light that hits a bad guy. Man, Sailor Jupiter had so much potential going here. Her element of lightning can be so creative and worked with in so many cool ways. This set of attacks plays into the symbol of their planets and Jupiter gets this crown of leaves looking thing, and it's such a shame that her attack is just leaves fly out of her head. It's Razor Leaf. It's just Razor Leaf. I will say, it is pretty, but the thing I like about it the most is actually her spin. Look at that. That's not your usual lazy little twirl that the others usually get. She wanted to go Mach 10. Yeah, spin those leaves. This one is short, sweet, to the point, and it looks cool. There's no faffing about with unnecessary poses. The pose she does strike looks cool, and the attack is punchy and looks powerful. This is the baseline of what I think a good attack should look like. This one has always stood out to me. Maybe it's because I find the perfect circle very satisfying to look at as she draws it. Maybe it's the awesome sound effect that plays once the circle is fully done. Maybe it's the fact it's just quick and cool. Finally, a Sailor Moon attack that I can just heap praise onto. Also, the crescent moon shape of her wand is iconic and looks so awesome. Something about Sailor Jupiter's softball lobbing a ball of electricity just looks cool as hell, doesn't it? Another short one that gets right to things, which I appreciate. In fact, I'm pretty sure this might be the shortest attack out of any of them. Well, good thing it makes Jupiter look rad. The sound effect and the song in this one are top tier. I like how instead of like a usual beam of light, it instead shapes them into rings. It's a small touch, but it makes it feel more unique for Mars, and makes this whole attack just feel slightly different than normal. Also, she does a Kamehameha pose. What more could you want? From her devil horn hand pose to the tiny little antenna that pops out of her tiara, this attack is always so much fun for me. This is my favorite Jupiter attack. None of her upgrades ever captured that raw power and energy from her lightning like this one does. It makes her feel so powerful and I love it. I was always bummed out whenever we got the shortened version of this attack because it's just always so cool to me. I'ma be honest, this has been the only time magical makeup has ever actually looked cool to me. The kiss is adorable as hell, but then the spinning hearts have this intense speed, and it feels like they're going to saw right through you, right? It's fantastic, quick, and fun. Also, the pose she's in is 10 out of 10. Venus always gets great poses. I almost didn't count this one because this isn't some stock attack animation that gets used every episode, but that's just because I'm pretty sure she only ever does this attack the one time. Also, I wanted to give Saturn some more love because she always keeps ranking so low on my lists. It's the beat of silence that's just before the massive explosion that really made this attack blow me away. That's just crazy, it's intense. It took my breath away. I love it. Finally, Saturn gets to really shine. I'm under the impression the word Rhapsody can make anything cooler. Never in a million years would I have guessed a battle harp would look cool, but boy was I wrong. Not only does this attack feels like it carries immense power, but it's beautiful too. The flowing water, the sparkling of her harp strings, it's amazing. This is my favorite Mercury attack, and I would be absolutely blown away if you didn't agree with me on this one. Come on, guys, she was already so cool. Giving her a bow and arrow is making her unattainably badass. I don't know what else you want me to say. It's beautiful, the flame effects look great, she's gorgeous, obviously it's all just really epic. With a name like Gorgeous Meditation, I definitely expected this to be the slowest, posiest of them all. And instead, Sailor Moon waltzed up and kicked ass. Her wand becomes a sword. It's a sword that's cool. This split screen effect is a great way to show her off without wasting time having her just flapping around doing needless poses. What I love the most though is this kaleidoscope-like effect that leads into this broken glass thing. It almost feels like she's stabbed her wand through reality itself and its pieces are shattering around her. I love it. This is my favorite attack for her, and I wish all of her other ones had half as much gravitas as this one does. Out of the Inner Scouts' original attacks, this one has always been the best. And also, in my opinion, just the best attack from Mars overall. It's the overflowing effort she displays to pull up her fingers, almost like you could feel the energy she's pouring into this attack just to conjure a flame. That alone made this attack feel like it had some real weight to it, but on top of that, it's just super beautiful. The spin of her flame really adds some razzle-dazzle here. Sometimes the simple ones are the most impressive. Venus gets a lot of ribbon imagery with her transformations, so a chain is a cool way to play into that theme, but makes it feel like it has some real power. It's short, but the detail and the colors of it all just elevate it so much for me. I especially love the intensity of the shading on Venus. It's awesome, and this is my favorite Venus attack. I don't know what it is, but the water in the show just always looks phenomenal. There's so much detail in every single drop of water, and I love it. Neptune looks amazing, and gets some powerful yet simple poses throughout. I really like this little 180 turn she does before blasting out the attack, and the fact that her attack looks like a planet is so creative. This trail of magical energy that pushes it forward is eye-catching, and it doesn't feel like anything else we've ever seen from her. And despite how aggressive the attack looks, it's accompanied by such a beautiful song. I love it. It's Neptune's best attack, and there's nothing negative I have to say about it. Well, 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 look who finally showed up. She only has the one attack, but holy hell, it's an amazing one. You know what they say, quality over quantity, and this is peak quality. Just the scary echo to her voice. Also, Dead Scream is such a haunting title for an attack. Like, you know you won't make it out alive after this one. It's so fast, too, like your life is over before you even know it. Barely have time to even register that this is the end for you before it's all done with. There's no fun little musical jingle here, it's just the sounds of destruction incarnate, and it's amazing. Fantastic, 10 out of 10. There's only one attack that I think can top this one, and that is... All of the praise I've had for all of the others on this list is tenfold here. It's the most beautiful animation ever. It's powerful. Like, too powerful. World shaking is apt because it feels like she's going to rip the planet apart with just this one move. The lighting and the shading all throughout is stunning. I love how the ring that encircles the planet in her attack comes up from below her, kind of implying like it's all just her energy. The primarily dark background with a few sporadic stars and sparkles is so striking to me. And then the actual attack, set forth with a line of lightning that circles around Uranus, is so crazy. Watching it tear through the earth with a speed and a force that rocks me to my core. Everything about this attack is perfect. I love it so much. I love the way it looks. I love the speed of it. I love how she does it. Without a doubt, Uranus's world shaking is the best Sailor Moon attack, at least from the classic 90s anime. And At least in my opinion. These are all just been my opinions. So I'm sure you all have your own different opinions. I would love to see your rankings in the comments. Maybe talk about some of the attacks I didn't include here. Share with me what you think about Sailor Moon's attacks. I would love to see them. Shout out to my $10 patrons, you're all amazing. Nako, Cool Duck, Andrew, Ramiel, Valhalla Knight, Chamomile, G Extreme, Classic Critic, Noah Perkins, Sunny Shy, Great Bar, Jake, Amber, Hype Man, Zero to Hero, Isaiah, Scaring Crows, Not All That Evil, Messiah Complex, Jacob, Virus, Ben's Sketchbook, Omega Fighter, Trash, Wild Pilot, Josh, Swift Cannon, and The Infinity Effect. Yeah, I hope you liked this video. Another Sailor Moon ranking video. This one was fun. As soon as I did the first one, the transformation one, I was like, yeah, I want to do attacks too. My patrons were the ones who actually voted for this topic, so thank you patrons for deciding on this. As I said, all of your thoughts and opinions about the rankings, whether you agree or disagree with me, I would love to see them in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.